Hey guys, it is Pete Grand and welcome to my round 20 tutorial for survival on farm. In this gameplay I reached round 22, which you'll probably see, but I'm not sure if it's included in the gameplay. This is not a live com, I'm doing this, I'm editing this using software that I've got on my Mac. So it's not a live com, but hope I'll be able to teach you some things through this video. Now as you can see here, I've got a hammer, or a HAMR, which is sort of a customized SCAR with a 125 round box mag. I also have Galva Knuckles. You can buy them for 6,000. For those of you that don't know, it's kind of like knuckle dusters with an electronic, it's electrically charged, so that when you punch people, it electrocutes them basically. In this case, zombies. Unlike the other melee weapons, it is a one-hit kill up until round 14, so you're looking at lots and lots of points up until then, and this is a must if you want to, really point whore. But theoretically, you don't really need to point whore on this, because there isn't a pack-a-punch, it's just 4 perks, so the 4 original perks. So you've got Quick Revive, which will, as usual, disappear after 3 buys, so after you buy it 3 times, it will disappear off the map. Then you also have Double Tap, which enables you to shoot faster. As you can see here, my RPD has a higher fire rate than usual. And you've also got Juggernog, which, as you all know, gives you more health, so you can sustain more hits. And lastly, Speed Cola, which is faster reloading. It doesn't affect your melee, unfortunately, so the melee speed is the same as it always will be. Now, some tips. The tactics and methods I use in this gameplay is rape training. Now, this may look hard, but it's really not as hard as it looks. But I won't lie to you, you do need to get used to the game before you're able to do this. I recommend watching gameplays and getting used to seeing how it's done and trying it out yourself. Basically, what you need to do is you just need to learn the way the zombies tick, learn what how their movements. Just like keep an eye on what I'm doing here. The way it gets to the point when you're able to judge when you can run and when you can't, where you can run and why you can't. Learn the spawns, and in my opinion, the hardest bit of this map is the starting bit, right at the beginning when there's not many zombies, because they spawn all around the map in a 360 all around you, which means that running at the beginning is a lot harder than it is later. Basically, there can only be a certain amount of zombies on the map at a time. So once all these zombies spawn, you won't have a problem, because no more will spawn. So I'll let you know when that's that point. So for those of you that are wondering, no, I'm not playing on easy difficulty, I'm playing on original. But for some strange reason, when I play solo, and I've noticed this when I was playing, I think when I was playing Transit with a few friends, that after about, I don't know, round 13, round 14, you get walkers on the high rounds for some reason, and they walk. And I don't understand why, but I don't know if it's just to make it easier, make it a bit more realistic, as in, not all the zombies are the same, but I'm not sure. I'll have to look that up if any of you are interested in finding out, but it's not really a big deal. But no, I'm not playing on easy difficulty. Right back to the topic. As you can see, I've got an insta-kill, so I'm just using up a bit of ammo, spraying a bit because there's max ammo. And yeah, so basically, rape training isn't as hard as it really, people make it out to be. It's a lot easier than it seems. All you need is the perks of choice. Get a couple of good weapons, preferably a weapon with a high fire rate. So, but I wouldn't really recommend assault rifles all the same at this kind of round. What you're looking for is a light machine gun and possibly a ray gun. So basically, have a mobile weapon, something small, like pistol size, like a ray gun, which enables you to melee faster and run faster, and then have something to gun them down with at the end of a round, which, in this case, I've got the hammer. So there's the ray gun. I was wondering to swap it out for, and in the end, looks like I swapped it out for my hammer, because I checked and I had more ammo in my RPD. So at that point, I had 2 LMGs, which I was at a bit of a disadvantage, so I picked up the ray gun. So now as you can see, they spawn everywhere at the beginning. It's just this bit you need to watch out for, run through them. Sometimes you don't need to sprint, you just need to, like I said, after you get, once you get used to the game, it's a lot easier. In the sense that, you should be able to judge when to do things and when it's a really stupid idea. In my opinion, after round 15, getting downed is just down to stupidity more than anything. I don't think I show how I got down in the end of this because it was, the file size was massive already, but what I did was there weren't many zombies on the map, and it just, everything that I know just about zombies just went out of the window, and I started throwing frags around, and I concussed myself, walked into sort of a corner, blockaded myself in a corner when the zombies were still spawning because I'd fragged some of them, and I completely forgot I'd killed them. They spawned and they boxed me in and killed me. And another down, not the ending bit, but a down I had in this was I was using frags. I got stuck in the farmhouse in the corner, didn't know where I was and got downed. So on small maps like this, I'd strongly advise not to use frag grenades unless you have no alternative, basically, because it did me in like 3 times in this game. So I'd recommend not using them due to the fact that it's quite confined, this area, and it's hard enough without having to concuss yourself, and it's just really stupid. So as you can see, I'm continuing here using the Galvanicle. It's still a 2-hit. I think even at round 22 it was still a 2-hit kill on the zombies. If you shoot them and do a bit of damage to them and then Galvanicle them, it's still a 1-hit kill, so you should be absolutely fine with that. Yeah, so basically, as you can see here, every here and there I just hit the box, and this is I'm happy with the weapons I've got, but that's exactly what I was looking for, and I managed to get it first time hitting it. When I was trying to go for them, I was just going for monkeys there. Monkeys will help you, especially if you're in a tight spot and say you're out of ammo, or you've lost track of the spawns and they're everywhere. Throw a monkey, it will divert them for a few seconds just to get your wits back about you, so they really do help, especially on solo more than anything. Actually no, to be honest, probably more multiplayer, because say one of your buddies goes down and you need to get him up, but the zombies are everywhere, you throw a monkey, distracts them for a few vital seconds while you can get him up. So yeah. Now, back to the subject of rape training. Like I said, it's not as hard as it seems. You just need to get used to it, get used to the movements of the zombies. After a while playing, you can read them like a book. It's really not very hard. It's very, very easy. Even then, I think what a lot of beginners have trouble with is the fact that they get scared. Not scared of the game, but scared of the fact, say, a zombie were to be there and it were to hit you, and suddenly you panic and be like, oh my god, I'm gonna go down, and then just go nuts, start running around in various directions and just hip firing and screaming. But no, that's not the way you should do it. Obviously it comes with practice, being able to control that and getting used to it, but it's mainly down to just, like I said, getting used to it. What I do recommend though is, when you get hit, just look around. And one thing a lot of people have with zombies is that they play zombies like they would multiplayer. As you can see, if you watch the way I play, I'm always turning around, always watching my sides, because that's the key to zombies. It's the main thing. You always need to watch your side and your back. Every here and there, just little twitches of the controller, just to check that they're around me. I also use my Turtle Beach gaming headset, so it's a bit of an advantage. It's the same if you use it on your TV anyway. It wouldn't make a difference, but if you have the volume up loud enough so that you can hear it nicely, you can hear them when they're coming up behind you. Like many times, especially in multiplayer, I've turned around and be like, oh wow, literally on the verge of getting down, I turn around and just hammer a few bullets into a zombie. But yeah, like I said, just keep watching your corners, keep watching your sides. Exactly what I've been doing here. Literally, even when there's no zombies, still you can just see the way I always twitch. And that may be a reason why I'm not as good at multiplayer as on CoD as I used to be, because I'm always checking corners when sometimes you should just go for it. But yeah, so far so good. Round 20, running around with the ray gun. But this really isn't that hard. It took me longer than it should have. It took me about 45 minutes or so. When, if you're skipping the rounds and not point whoring like I was, where I was shooting them and then galvanuckling them, or just galvanuckling them, you could probably do it in about 30-35 minutes. Yeah, I'd say probably about 35 minutes if everything goes well, if you have the weapons. I got pretty good with the box actually. I started off with an MTAR. TAR 21 from MW2, same thing. And I picked up an M32, which is a new 4-round burst weapon. And yeah, just go for headshots with those. got a Barrett in the box. Just go for just go for one-hit kills with that, headshots, whatever you feel comfortable with. Just keep running around, killing them. But these are the main tips. It's mainly like, I think you can learn more from watching the gameplay than from me telling you what to do. But I'm giving you a commentary so that you understand why these things are necessary and why I do them. And even then, round 22 isn't an incredibly high round at all. It's just something that I put up for a tutorial that wouldn't be too complicated to understand. Yeah, but even then, I reckon on this game you can get past round 20, you can get to round 100. It's really not difficult. It's the same concept. Past round 20, it's the same thing. Maybe more zombies, as in like it works in a wave system, so that you'd have this amount of zombies in a wave. Say, I'm not sure what the cap is. It used to be 24 zombies on the map at once. I think it's increased now. But after you get rid of that wave, there'll be another wave, and then maybe another, depending on what round it is. So yeah. Anyway, looks like it's almost the end of this gameplay now. I will not be showing you how far I get up to round 22. The round is almost over. There's a max ammo right there. So anyway, I hope these tips have helped you out, guys. We'll be bringing you some transit multiplayer gameplay soon. We tried recording today, but it didn't go all that well. For all of us, it just wasn't really our day. So hopefully we'll be bringing you some, round 20, round 15. Nothing too high, but hopefully high, yeah. But some transit gameplay with some tips on multiplayer and not just solo, because for now it's been solo only. But anyway, yeah, so if you follow those tips, you should be getting up to round 20 in no time. So hope you've enjoyed the commentary, guys. This is Pete Grands. See you later.